Welcome. So, where we left things yesterday...
If you need any advice, just let me know.
We had completed our last ground mission, and we are going to take our pilot certification test now. And you can see things look a little different today. That's because I'm using the VR goggles. It's, frankly, it's just way more fun this way for me. And if you try them and you don't get motion sickness very easily, then I think you'll like them too. You're really not likely to get motion sickness by watching this 2D rendering of the 3D, because I'm getting a different view in each eye to mimic what it looks like in real life 3D. So with that, let's go ahead and begin our certification test. Silas needs to take his test and become a full-fledged pilot so he can fly that Sidewinder out of here and start his adventures. So let's go with that. Come on.
Wonderful. Let me help you find the ship of your dreams. Sure. Would you like to simulate your Pilots Federation assessment as a training exercise?
The way they word it, they make it sound like this is optional and that you've done this before, but while you may have as a person, they don't give you the option of not doing this. So we're going to go ahead and take the training here.
I'm uploading your original license evaluation to your inset. Have fun, Commander.
Alright, now we're beginning. Readjust the 3D aspect of it here.
Welcome to Mawson Dock. Make yourself comfortable while we finish some preliminary ship checks. My name's Theo Acosta, and I'll be running your Pilots Federation evaluation. Most pilots assigned to me earn their license, so as long as you follow my instructions, you'll be a commander in no time. Oh, and before you ask, I may sound like an Imperial, but I'm actually from an independent system. Today we'll be covering the basics of flight control, combat, and frameshift drive use. This Sidewinder has been installed with a specialized computer that'll take control at certain points. Mostly you'll follow a series of objectives to guide your actions. These are shown in the info panel at the top right of the head-up display. Okay, you're good to go. Select auto-launch from the options ahead of you when you're ready.
Alright, so I have already got my controls on my HOTAS set up, and you'll be able to see that I can select that. And here we go.
Ship release confirmed. Auto-launch sequence underway.
The beauty of auto-launch is that you can relax and enjoy the view. One of the ways that technology allows us to appreciate the good things in life. Other applicants are departing for their own evaluations, but this isn't a race.
Here comes a T9.
Each of the coming stages can be completed at your own pace.
Way bigger than our little Sidewinder is. That's a Sidewinder. Out the door there. It's for comparison. Nice looking paint job. It's telling me I can use the middle mouse button to look around, but VR, so I can already do that. Great things about VR. And he's controlling the ship right now.
For so long, humanity gazed up at the stars in wonder. We're not distracted by one of Earth's many wars. And now, we glide between them without a second thought. Here we are. Your first task is to demonstrate basic ship movements. The ship's trajectory is primarily controlled by pitch, yaw, and roll. Perform each of these now.
Okay, then we can do pitch, which is pushing the joystick down and up. Yaw is what we do with the rudder pedal, which pivots us left and right. And is when we push the joystick left or right.
Good. Now increase your throttle to accelerate forwards.
I'd rather orient myself with the rings.
Decrease the throttle to resume a stationary position.
And you can see that my avatar in the ship also is mimicking what I'm doing. So when I pull back on the throttle, it
Your
does
throttle
that.
can also be pulled back from 0 to engage reverse thrust.
Okay, so you can see that his hand is in the middle of the range of motion for the throttle. But, however, I have my throttle set so that all the way forward and all the way back is just forward. Is just forward. It's from nothing to all the way full power. To get the ability to go backwards, I've mapped one of the buttons to swap my throttle from forward to back, to going forwards to going backwards. So I just press the button to change what the throttle does. And now when I push forward, it actually is pulling it back. So I'm going backwards
Push
now.
the throttle in the opposite direction to cease moving.
And now I'll push the button again because we're going to go forward again.
Input's
So
confirmed. Looks like you've got the hang of individual controls. Let's see if you can put them all together. Your next task is to guide your ship through a series of checkpoints. Head towards the course, following the target's indicator.
when you do this the first time, you're probably going to want to do it slowly.
The course weaves through an orbital structure and is designed
Pretty
to
comfortable with flying this thing at full speed through most of it, so don't feel like you have to. Another good thing to note is that it seems to me, I'm not 100% sure here,
fly
but
through the center of the first
going
checkpoint.
through following
You'll
the
notice that
arrow
they change color as you fly through.
is the orientation of up of your ship, so. And I'm
And
just
we're off.
yawing
There's
to
no
the right
time
here to
limits,
get to
so
this one.
maintain a comfortable speed while you familiarize yourself with the controls.
We got a bunch of different, we got 21 different hoops to jump through, literally. Stay high.
Rolling and pitching together is the most
Now you can
efficient
see
way
we're
of
gonna
turning
get nose
rapidly.
where we're going. And there's plenty of space for us to slop around. And this is where having VR really helps, because I can look up out of the top of the canopy, which you can't do when you're on 2D, and see where that next one is. Sometimes I have to fumble around
It's good
when I was
practice to
first learning
consider
how
the
to do
angle
this
and
to know
speed
where
of
I'm
your
supposed to be
approach.
going.
See the blue marker beside the throttle gauge. This indicates the optimum turning speed.
Okay, so sort of telling us that it's easier to turn, and it is, when you've got that blue marker. It's easier to turn. You're much more effective in turning. But it's a little faster if I don't. Slow down here because it's kind of steep. And there's our next one. Use the yaw to get there. We're going to slow down here because
You're
we got a
approaching a
tight turn.
particularly sharp turn,
Coming up
so
here.
I advise slowing
Through
down
the
to
building.
prevent any mishaps.
Whatever this is. So you get through here. Alright, well, looks like it wants us to follow.
Your ship's boost function greatly increases your speed, but use it wisely.
Okay, boost helps us to go a lot faster. There we go. Now we're going over 300 meters a second this way.
That's the last checkpoint. The Sidewinder is an agile craft, and you handled it well. A new icon has appeared on the sensor display in the center of your dashboard. This represents a nearby beacon, which you'll soon scan as part of your evaluation. Target the beacon before we continue.
Alright,
You're going to
I've
use your ship's data
used
link
the
scanner to analyze the beacon. but you
select
need
the
to
thing
deploy
that's right in front of me as my
hardpoints
target. Alright, and it wants us to scan this. And then we're going to deploy the hard points. And I've got a button mapped to that. And I think I need to get closer to it.
Most external modules are installed on hardpoints, including weapons. Control is back with you.
Cool
The
weapons.
beacon is relatively small, so you'll need to position yourself close to it.
Alright. Let's get closer to the beacon now.
Watch your speed here. We intend to scan the objects, not become one with it.
I'll show the exact distance that you're supposed to have, but we're getting pretty close. Alright, you had to be less
You can
than
scan the beacon
200
now.
meters from it. Alright. And to scan the beacon, you can see that we have one hard point, quote hard point. The data link scanner is what we're slave to on this weapon firing group, and it's going to be done by the trigger. So if you see me squeeze the trigger there, you can see that I'm actually squeezing the trigger in real life too.
Well done. The data link scanner is a versatile tool that connects with network interfaces and various data points. You need to move to another area of this star system to continue your assessment, pilot. Rather than travel for the next year using your thrusters, you can employ the ship's frameshift drive to increase your speed by a few orders of magnitude. First, ensure that the ship is correctly secured. Your landing gear, cargo scoop, and hardpoints must all be retracted.
Alright, let's go ahead and retract our hard points, and you'll see them actually disappear.
When you're ready, throttle up and engage Super Cruise.
Alright, and there's a specific key binding to get into Super Cruise. It's showing J, or for me, POV left. And here we go. We'll just jump into Super Cruise now.
Frameshift drive charging.
And you'll see our speed
4,
increase
3,
greatly.
2, 1.
Alright, now we're moving at hundreds of
All
kilometers a
readouts
second,
look good.
approaching the speed
You're
of light.
now accelerating towards a velocity comparative to the speed of light, measured in c. Super Cruise is used to navigate within a star system, allowing you to cover significant distances in minutes. Usually you'll retain control in Super Cruise, but on this occasion your ship's computer is following a preset path. This is a good time to familiarize yourself with a couple of the cockpit panels available to you. In the top left of your HUD is the comms panel, which displays pilot communications and contacts across several channels. The top right is your info panel. Entries here mostly relate to your ship's status, computer messages, and events happening around you. Ah, there we go. Welcome to light speed.
Now going 3 times the speed of light. Now I gotta talk about the other other panels.
Watch the distance and speed markers on the dashboard. These are used to help you accurately disengage at your destination. Your next lesson will introduce the basics of combat. Several static and mobile targets will be provided around a decommissioned megaship. We'll also cover some situational information about weaponry and target tracking. And yes, you'll get to shoot those weapons you saw earlier.
I can't remember if it takes us out of Super Cruise or we have to do it manually, but normally you jump out of Super
Astronomical bodies
Cruise.
have a gravitational effect on the FSD, reducing your ship's speed. The closer the body, the greater the effect.
Moving the joystick doesn't do anything, it's in control completely. And when we get both of those in the blue, then we can jump. There we go. It's very
The frameshift
fast.
drive is disengaged. Welcome to the combat zone. Before
Alright. It's easy to miss, but you have to target the thing first. So there, it's targeted. And now I can just squeeze the trigger, which automatically deploys the hard points, and they're going to the last fire group which we had open, which is the data link scanner. And we can now scan the mega ship.
Well done. It's often worth scanning objects you're unfamiliar with to learn more about them. Next, you need to activate your weapons by cycling to a different fire group.
Alright, and I have my change next fire group bound to one of my joystick buttons, so there we go.
You'll notice that your weapons are now listed on your HUD. Fire groups allow you to manage your hard points efficiently. Let's begin the combat evaluation. Destroy several of the canisters.
By several, I think he means five. Okay, so I can use either the burst
All
laser
weapons have an effective range, so you may need to move closer here.
or the cannon. So the right-hand side is going to be your primary weapon, usually bound to the trigger on your joystick. Multi-cannon is going to be my secondary weapon, and it's going to be bound to secondary fire. We will do as he suggests and get a little bit closer, because weapons fire is way easier if you're within, say, a kilometer of whatever it is you're trying to destroy.
Thrusters are particularly useful for navigating around large structures. Why not give them a try?
I'm using the thrusters now to...
Your cannon will automatically reload until the ammunition supply runs out.
I didn't even have to target it. I'm
Meanwhile,
just
your laser will fire until the
pointing.
thruster is completed, at which point it will need to recharge.
Now, if you had a fixed weapon system, this is how it would work without something targeted. Fixed weapons, which we don't have right now, are... Fixed weapons are do more damage. We don't have fixed weapons right now. We have gimbaled weapons. So you can see them if I lock on to this. Actually, let's lock on to something which really isn't centered, and you can watch how the weapons orient themselves so that they're firing at it. So if you can see how it's slaved to point at the canister there. Power capacitor, whatever it is. Alright, let's go destroy this one. Yeah, we got one more to take care of, and we'll be done with this.
Quota achieved. Let's dial up the challenge a notch, shall we? An unmanned craft has arrived nearby. These drones are used by the Pilots Federation as target practice. And
I feel bad if it takes you a while to figure out where and how to do this part. I'm also going to see if I can turn on night vision. It's kind of dark here, so it's a lot easier to see this way. It's not shielded or anything. It's just following a certain flight path and then go traffic. Since we have gimbaled weapons, it's pretty good at being able to do that. Run into it. Turned red on our HUD, so now it's registered as an enemy. Oh, I forgot to show you down here.
Nice work.
Exclamation point
You may have noticed
shows
that
us
multi-cannons are effective
how
against unshielded targets.
close we are
Another craft
to
has
destroying
arrived. This one is fitted with a shield
whatever it is.
generator.
See that here.
Which excels at stripping away a
We're
target's
scanning it.
shields.
We have to scan it first, and now you see that it has a shield, and we want to use the lasers against the shield because that's more effective once we get in range. And we see the shields are going down. They're at 50% now. We took out the shields, now we're going to finish off the cannon. And you see it's just going right down.
Consider me
If it takes you longer to do it than that, don't
Your
feel
final
bad.
target has dropped into
It
the
takes
area.
a little
This
bit of
time your
practice to
opponent
get used to
will
it.
fight back, but its
Just keep
damage
going.
capability has been greatly reduced. Your target will not react until
Another
it
thing that
reaches
often
shield damage.
happens is that
Engage when ready.
when you're doing this, sometimes you'll fly out of range of the course, and it will try to. This one's gonna fight back. It will make you go back and autopilot you back into the flight area.
Target shields
So if we can destroy it. We have to. The thing about anti-cannon, it has to reload. So let's do that.
target destroyed.
You
That
can
was the
fire
last
both
target.
at the same time
Even if you're
by
planning
pulling
on
the
a
trigger and
peaceful
hitting the
career,
secondary fire at the same
understanding
time.
the basics of combat is vital for a pilot's long-term survival. For advanced combat information, you should refer to the pilot's handbook, which we'll cover in more detail soon. The next step of your evaluation involves a hyperspace jump to a neighboring star system. On this occasion, your ship's computer has selected your destination for you. We'll cover selecting destinations manually soon. The mass lock indicator on the bottom right of the dashboard is active. This means a large object is in close proximity, preventing you from engaging the FSD. To resolve this, throttle up to move a safe distance away from the mission.
Alright, let's head away from.
Remember,
You can see that we're
boost
mass
to
locked over
temporarily
here.
increase your ship's
That's what
speed.
he's talking about.
The mass lock indicator has gone out.
Yep, now we're out of
When you are ready
mass
to travel
lock.
light years in seconds, engage the FSD.
Alright, I'll engage the FSD here in a second. But first I'm going to turn off the night vision. And stow the hard points. You're not going to be able to jump into hyperspace with the hard points deployed.
You'll need to
Let's do
retract
that.
your hard points before entering hyperspace.
Hey, great minds think alike. Alright, now we're ready to jump to hyperspace. It takes a while for the engine to spin up, so here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Here we go.
3, 2.
Well, so far, Silas, you're doing pretty good. Hundreds of hours of flying helps, though.
Technology has made the task of leaping between star systems appear trivial. Never let the simplicity distract from the marvel humanity has achieved. Your next stop is Quello Station. This time we'll employ the Supercruise Assist module to guide your approach. Open the external interface panel to your left and select the Navigation tab.
Okay.
Highlight the starport in the location list and then select Supercruise Assist. It's the second option.
Okay, so a little tip for when you're in VR, you don't always have to hit the button that they're asking you to do. I can just open up the external interface here by looking to the left,
If you're lost,
and it automatically
exit the
appears.
external panel and
But
start
I can
over.
also
You
hit
can
the
take your
hit the
time
button
to
that
familiarize
opens
yourself
it,
with panel controls.
which will keep it open even when I'm not looking at it, which is also helpful sometimes. So let's go ahead and we will select Coelho Station, and as he said, select Super Cruise Assist, and this will, once we're pointed at it, will take us. Once we're pointed at Coelho Station, will take us in. If we have. Come on. Why is it not going?
With the destination selected, throttle up and aim towards your target. The compass to the left of the sensor
There we
display
go.
will help you orient yourself.
Now we're in Super Cruise Assist. I guess it just took him a while to give us control back.
Good. Your ship is now bound for Quello Station. Let's take a moment to review the interface panels either side of your chair. The external panel is primarily used to interact with the galaxy around you. For example, you can access maps, display contracts, and review nearby objects. Meanwhile, the internal panel displays information about you and your ship. You can adjust module functions, check your records, and access the codex, among other things.
We'll just let it play out.
New pilots often wonder what their first step into the galaxy should be. The Pilot's Handbook is a great source of help in this regard. It details a variety of professions and how to outfit your ship for them. The handbook also offers advice on various ship functions that aren't covered in this evaluation. You can find the Pilot's Handbook in the Codex, accessible on the home screen via the internal interface panel. The trails moving around you are FSD wakes. Your ship is also
That's
a missing
those
one. The position of each
things
correlates
that
with their
are
respective
outlined
sensor
in
display
orange.
icons. In a moment, we'll be going
selectors.
through the docking process. This will cover docking permissions and a
You
standard
can also see
landing
them
pad
on
approach.
the radar as boxes on the end of sticks. The orientation of the boxes lets you know whether they are above or below your current ship orientation.
Welcome to Colonized Station. This is the final stretch. You'll dock here shortly, but I'd like you to position your ship near the starport's access corridor first.
Alright, so let's head towards
Starports
the
are the
target.
backbone of humanity's operation for Earth and in space. They provide mission boards, the commodities market, a number of specialized contacts, and various ship facilities. Most pilot business is conducted via the starport services
If you don't see
interface.
that little yellow
I recommend
indicator
familiarizing
right in the
yourself
middle of
with
the
this screen when
screen,
docked.
I'll show you later how to set that up, but that shows you right where the middle, where you're pointing. It's very
Good.
handy.
Ease off the throttle and hold position here. Oh, and try not to block the access corridor.
Yeah, they'll blow you up. You don't want to do
We'll be
that.
using the docking computer for this
The access
landing.
corridor.
You can always dock manually in future, of course, but practice in a training simulation first. Whichever method you use, all ships must seek docking permission before approaching a landing pad. To request docking permission, open your external interface panel and select the Contacts tab. Then select Quello Station in the list, followed by Request Docking in the information panel.
Docking permission authorized. Docking assist has been engaged.
You've been assigned landing pad 3. The compass will point towards your designated pad. Ships need to be within 7.5 kilometers of a
This
starport
kind
for
of
a docking request
mechanic
to be
has
considered.
been in the game since 1984. I remember doing this in 1985 when I got the game on, I think it was a Commodore 64. And it was some of the most fun I've ever had playing, definitely by then. But you had to fly through that little mail slot, what they call the mail slot, to get into the station to buy and sell goods and whatnot. And we're coming into dock right now. That's going to be the last thing. Last part of this certification test.
The docking computer will now demonstrate a safe landing procedure. Let's review what it's doing. Landing gear must be deployed. The related dashboard indicator lights up if this has been done.
Landing gear deployed.
In a moment, the sensor display will switch to the precision approach display, which helps you accurately set belly down on the landing
So
pad.
it'll look a little different here in a second when we get closer to the landing pad. Just like that. Look how tiny and cute that little ship was.
Docking procedure complete. Engaging pad restraints.
Usually our ships
Get your
are
ship ready.
considerably larger.
Congratulations, Commander. Your evaluation has been successful, and a license is being assigned to you as I speak. We just need to finalize your credentials. Enter the hangar to exit this evaluation.
Now, something that can prevent you from selecting that hangar or anything else on that main starport menu is having either the external, the internal, the role, or the communications windows open. You have to get rid of them first, and then you can start moving things around in here. And now we select this.
It's time to blaze your own trail across the galaxy.
And we're done
The
with our
manner in which you
certification
do
test.
so is up to you.
Incoming message.
All right. And we are back at the main menu. Now, you may wonder, you may not wonder at this point why I like to do VR, but here's another reason. Because I can sort of move my chair back a little bit and do this.
This facility offers a
I can
range of
look at-
services. Check your information panel after docking for more details.
and see how things look.
We will be forced to respond to aggressive action. For peace of mind,
Crazy
please
happy
stow
to
ship
see
weapons
this.
well inside the docking
To
bay.
me, it's way more fun to play in
We
VR.
advise that all
And
commanders
if
be
you
aware of
have a
their
chance to
speed while in and
borrow
around
some
the starport.
VR goggles,
Thank
if you
you
don't
for
already
your
have some,
cooperation.
and try it out, I highly advise it.
We would like to welcome
Okay.
all commanders to
Well, I
the
think
facility.
that is going to be
Please
it
ensure
for
you
our
complete all docking procedures
live
within
stream
the
today.
allocated time.
The next thing that's going to happen, I'm going to put out what I think our plan is
Security
to
surveillance
help
is in effect at this facility at all
help
times.
Silas
Acts of
round out
aggression
his
will be
career,
met with an appropriate
get some
response.
credits so that he can get a better ship, because
Ensure you
this,
have received
as cute as it is,
authorization before
is not the
entering
best ship in the
docking
world.
bay.
There
If
are
you
much
don't
more
have
powerful
access
things out there,
permission, please exit the
and
facility
things that let
immediately.
you do more than just zip around
This is a slight regulation
small star
reminder.
systems and
Please do not obstruct
not
the
jump
exit
very far.
corridors
So,
during arrival or departure.
thanks so much for
Thank you,
watching
and enjoy your stay.
the live stream or watching a rerun of the live stream. I hope you got something out of it, and we will catch you again later.
And thanks for choosing this facility.
Goodbye, everyone.